Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. We gotta talk about the Indiana Pacers, my Indiana Pacers, because I'm not gonna lie, man, it's pretty bad. We are, after 2 games, 29th in the NBA out of 30 teams on defense. The only team that is below us right now is the Orlando Magic, and I gotta be honest, man. It's like same old Pacers, man. I don't know what they can do to fix their defensive issue other than scrap everybody and start again. Like that's all I can think of at this point. I mean, if we go down like the list of guys who are on this roster, none of them are absolute studs on defense, and that includes Myles Turner. Yes, I'm talking about Myles Turner, okay? Like the guy who can block a shit ton of shots, but he is painfully average. I mean, painfully average. The dude is plateaued, okay? And he's been in the league, 7 years now? He's only 25, I get that. But like, when you're 12-7 for 7 years, okay? And yes, you may block some more shots, and I'm not saying that doesn't help, but the dude gets bodied by everybody at his position. I mean, if you watch him play, he doesn't box anybody out. If you watch Myles Turner play basketball, okay, he does not box anybody out. He had a really good game tonight. He scored 40 points, okay? In the same night, okay, that he scored 40 points is the third time in his entire career he's ever scored 30 points or more. So that means in the 7 years that Myles Turner has been in the NBA, he has scored 30 points 3 times, including tonight. So 2 other times outside of tonight. And we still lost. And then there's TJ Mcconnell. Everybody's like, we signed TJ Mcconnell to a 4-year, $35 million deal. I think it was a contract extension last year, or the end of last year. It was like him. We just signed Brogdon seems disinterested on defense as well. Like, I don't know what it is with the Pacers, but like their defensive rotations are late as all hell. I mean, like they almost seem completely disinterested in playing defense. Jeremy Lamb sucks. I mean, I don't know what, like, half the time I watch Jeremy Lamb play, I think he's high. I'm not even kidding. I think the dude like has to like smoke a joint before he plays. And we played the Wizards tonight. Score was the Wizards 135, Pacers 134. Kyle Kuzma had 26. Davis Bertans had 17. Raul Neto, who is the same height as TJ McConnell, had 17. Okay? Spencer Dinwiddie had 34. Montrezl Harrell had 14. I mean, like, you cannot keep doing this. You can't. The Pacers are like, they're going for a number 1 draft pick after watching the last 2 games. I mean, I get it. Like, it's still very early on. Rick Carlisle is still trying to figure out rotations that work. Okay, who's good at what? I mean, like, it sucks because like I'm in a Pacers group on Facebook, and it's like 2 games in, everyone's like, Rick Carlisle sucks. He doesn't know that, like, he doesn't know his personnel yet. I hate to break it to you, but if you're a Pacers fan, like, Rick Carlisle doesn't know our personnel yet. He doesn't know who is good at what, what situation should he play this person. I'm not going to lie, there was a couple moments in the past 2 games where I was like, what? Like, I've had 2 moments so far where I'm like, what the fuck is Rick Carlisle doing? Okay, like, in overtime tonight against the Wizards, TJ McConnell is starting. TJ McConnell is 6'1". Okay? Like, he is barely 6'1". He's probably 6'1" with sneakers on. Okay? And he's actually a solid player. Like, TJ McConnell, he had 9 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and I think a steal tonight in 23 minutes. For a backup point guard, those are solid numbers. Okay? But it's not TJ McConnell's job, okay, as the backup point guard, to go in the game and be like this fucking defensive stopper. Okay? The reason the Pacers signed TJ McConnell to an extension is because he collapses the defense. I don't know if you guys have realized this or not, but he's tiny, he's fast, he hustles, he gets in the passing lanes, he does the little things. That's why the Pacers kept him. And if he can score 9 points, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds a night, good, keep him. Okay? For what, $8.75 million a year? Okay, that's fine. You have Myles Turner making $18 million a year, who's scoring 12 points, getting 7 boards. Okay, 3 or 4 blocks a game. That's fine. But like, he doesn't score a lot. He doesn't even rebound a lot. He just blocks shots. That's what he does. He's like a great value Dikembe Mutombo. Now, at least Dikembe Mutombo was a rebound champion 2 times and a 3-time block champion and a 4-time defensive player of the year. Okay? Dikembe Mutombo actually played fucking defense. Okay? Myles Turner, it's like as soon as he gets outmatched underneath the basket, okay, we're done. Like, I watch Montrezl Harrell, like, just push him out of the way and dunk it. I like, everybody's like, oh, like, I'm part of this group, and it's like, everyone's like, oh, Myles, you know, like, it is what it is, but, like, this is why you're fucking losing, you know. Sabonis, okay? Sabonis is a great offensive player. This year, it's looking like in the first 2 games, he's more comfortable shooting the 3. That's great. At least he's improving some aspect of his game, but he is painfully bad on defense. Painfully bad, okay? We have guys who are disinterested. We have guys who are playing like 11 minutes and scoring 0 points. You know, it's just, I get it. Justin Holiday was out, so yes, that he got hurt early in the game. We are riddled with injuries right now. TJ Warren's not playing, but TJ Warren's not much of a defensive player either. We got Karis LeVert, who I still have yet to not see play enough to really form an opinion on him. But like, the Pacers as a unit are bad at defense. Their rotations are late. They get into mismatches and don't try to switch the mismatches. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say to do. We were supposed to trade for Ben Simmons, right? That's been the talk of the offseason, is the Pacers are going to trade for Ben Simmons. But even if you get Ben Simmons can't fucking fix this. Okay? When, like, yes, you can trade Brogdon for and whoever else, TJ Warren or Jeremy Lamb or whoever, for Ben Simmons, right? Let's say you make that trade, okay? Or Karis LeVert or Chris Duarte looks insanely promising, okay? Like, yes, he had a bad game tonight, but dude looks like he's actually interested in playing defense, and he can shoot the lights out. He reminds me of Klay Thompson. It is absolutely unreal, like how much I just look at him and I'm like, Klay Thompson, okay? But Isaiah Jackson looks like he's going to be like maybe potentially the second coming of Myles Turner. He actually looks like he bangs around the basket though and can actually, like, he looks like an inside player, which is good. But the Pacers are painfully bad as a team on defense. And then on offense, it's like they look kind of discombobulated, like they don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, I'm just going to call it what it is, okay? We're 2 games in. The Pacers have the second worst defense in the NBA right now. And for the past 3 years, nothing has changed, okay? We have changed 3 head coaches at this point. We had Nate Bojerkin, or whatever the fuck his name is, Nate McMillan, and now we have Rick Carlisle, okay? But it was, Nate McMillan first, Nate Bojerkin, and now Rick Carlisle. And we still, I don't know why I don't know if it's written somewhere in the owner's goals for the season every year, but for whatever reason, okay, the Pacers in the third quarter, specifically the third quarter, let teams just light them the fuck up. I'm not sure why, but it's 2 games in a row now, and this happened last year, the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. I'll be honest with you, I think they've done it almost every year since Frank Vogel was gone. Since they got rid of Frank Vogel, okay? This team does not have a bona fide shot maker. They have a bunch of really good guys, but nobody that's really great. And I watch this team play, and I'm like, we haven't had a legitimate shot maker since Paul George. We haven't played a solid third quarter, I think, since Paul George. Ever since we went away from Frank Vogel, who, by the way, has now won a championship with the Lakers, we had Frank Vogel as our head coach. Back in 2013, 2014, we went to the finals twice, but that wasn't good enough for Larry Bird. Okay, we were like, well, the league's going with this up-tempo offense and this fast-paced offense when the half-court thing was clearly working. okay? Like, if it was getting us to the finals every year when we prioritized half-court sets and played defense, sounds like something the Lakers do. I don't know. Seems weird, right? Like, and they won, didn't they? Yeah. Well, it's crazy how that works. But we were so hell-bent on becoming a faster team and an up-tempo team and chucking more threes that we've completely disregarded rebounding. We've completely disregarded playing defense. It's like, we'll put points on the board and win. And it's not working. It is not working. The Pacers have a lot of work to do. We have yet to see how this team will perform with TJ Warren coming back and Karis LeVert, but it is not looking good. Chris Duarte looks like a bright spot for this team. So does Isaiah Jackson. But, like, oh my God. The first 2 games of this season, we should not have lost. Especially the Charlotte game. Okay? The Charlotte game, we played against the Charlotte Hornets. And then in the third quarter, we let LaMelo Ball just do whatever the hell he wanted. I mean, they went on a 24-0 run, and it was like 28-4 by the time we had actually like scored something. You know what I'm saying? It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I'm confident they'll figure it out. But the defense has consistently been bad for almost 4 years now, no matter what head coach we have. At what point do you stop blaming coaches and start blaming players? Because Sabonis is good, but he gives up about as many points as he scores. Brogdon's good, but he gives up about as many points as he scores. Myles Turner is good, but he gets... Myles Turner's okay. Like, he's like I said, painfully average, but he's another guy who gives up about as many points as he scores. So, the 3 best players on your team consistently give up about as many points as they score. And we just signed Brogdon to another extension. And I don't think he's a terrible player, but there needs to be some effort on defense. I get it. Like, you're going to have nights where it's like teams just have everything going in. But, like, we played the Charlotte Hornets, who had LaMelo Ball and Gordon Hayward go absolutely ballistic on us. And then tonight, we played the Wizards without Bradley Beal. Okay? Without their best player. And we lost by a single point. We put up 135 points and allowed 134. Okay? And I get it. We had injured guys too. But there was zero reason the Pacers should have lost that game. I don't know if there needs to be a culture change. I don't know what is going on with the Indiana Pacers. But there is some type of I don't give a fuck attitude when it comes to defense on that particular team. And it is the reason they lose games. Okay? All they need to do is try. Okay? Like, I'm watching Brogdon. I'll never forget this. I watched it tonight. Okay? I'm watching the Wizards move the ball around the key. We're playing like some fucking some variation of a 3-2 zone or some shit like that. And it's like we're moving and it's like they're passing the ball around. And I watched, who was it? Cantavius Caldwell-Pope in the corner catch the ball, and Brogdon like stood there and looked at him. And I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should go play defense on that. And he took like 2 steps towards him, put his hand up, and then it was in green. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I don't know what is going to happen with the Pacers, but something needs to change, okay? I also think this Sabonis-Turner front court thing isn't working at all, okay? Sabonis, you might be able to get away with because he rebounds, he facilitates, and he shoots. But Myles Turner, man, like I said, he is painfully average. Painfully average. I mean, everybody thinks he's like the second coming of LeBron James or Kristaps Porzingis, or, you know, he's just, like I said, a 12-7 guy who gets 3 or 4 blocks a game, who can't box out anyone. So I would almost say trade him for fucking James Wiseman or just somebody who has an interest in playing defense under the basket and is like gonna actually put a body on somebody, not wait till you're standing under the basket to get dunked on, you know? So I don't know, man. It's just, man, it's gonna be a rough season if you're a Pacers fan. That's all.